Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Real Loan Experts, where we discuss everything about real estate and loans. My name is Ray Warda, founder and broker of Loan Experts, and NMLS license number 1726160. We are a California mortgage brokerage, licensed NMLS number 1733758. And in today's segment on Real Loan Experts, I've got a special guest, Aurora Betancourt, who is an awesome realtor in the San Francisco Bay Area. Welcome, Aurora.
Hi, Ray. My name is Aurora Betancourt, and my California license is 01467453, and I'm happy to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to join us. So we've got an exciting segment coming up regarding some questions about the local forecast and the market update in your specific area, in your local market area in the San Francisco Bay Area. And then a couple other questions that I'm intrigued to ask you about, your market and, how, buyers and sellers relate to real estate and everything that's going on with the current market industry that we're in. Okay. So the first question I have for you is, you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, and in that local market, what is your current market forecast that you're seeing?
Well, before the outbreak, forecasts for home sales were expected to grow and continue to rise in 2020 because we had a low inventory, healthy economy, and low interest rates. Now we are looking at a small dip in the market, about 4% in home values and sales throughout the Bay Area, but we will see a continued growth in home sales through 2021.
It's awesome. And then in your local market area, as far as, the neighborhoods, and I know the Bay Area has really got a lot of different pockets and neighborhoods and stuff like that. What specific area do you primarily work in, or neighborhoods?
Well, I focus mainly on 4 counties, Contra Costa, Alameda, San Francisco, and Solano County. I do live in East Bay, which San Pablo, California is where I do live. So I know that area like the back of my hand. But again, I do focus on those other 4 counties.
Awesome. Okay. And when you mentioned the forecast as far as the market being, with the way the market is right now, how has this affected the current industry and how we're dealing with this whole COVID thing? I get a lot of buyers and sellers that come directly to me as a lender, even though I don't deal with sellers, but they want to see how the buyers are reacting to the market right now. So as what we're looking in the current market, how do you see a lot of foreclosures or short sales that are going to be hitting the market? Are we going to get into that type of market like in 2007, 2008, or is it going to be a little different? What do you think?
I mean, foreclosures currently are happening within the San Francisco Bay Area. There's still people going to bid on the court steps for houses. They are happening as people lose their jobs. There may be people that won't be able to pay their mortgage, and foreclosures may rise. Right now, I've seen a couple REOs on our multiple listing service, but again, nothing like 2008, 2007. We are kind of in a forced economic recession right now that was triggered by the pandemic. 2007, 2008 was a financial crisis, which is a little different than the pandemic that we're experiencing now.
You brought a great point, and I always tell that to my clients and stuff, where they think that they're going to see a same kind of foreclosure rate as we did in 2007, 2008. And you brought up a great point. It's definitely a different type of economic downfall, or however you want to state it, as far as what we're going right now. We're kind of more into what you just said, a forced economic downfall right now, whereas before it was kind of imminent. We kind of expected that. It was just so many things were going on with the different types of loans available back then, and we knew that wouldn't last forever. So this time, I think you're absolutely right. It's just totally out of our control. It just happened out of nowhere, and we just gotta see how it's going to all pan out. So great feedback on that. Thank you. So as a lot of buyers come to me, and they want to get pre-approved for home loans and stuff like that, they always ask me, what should I do? Is it a good time to buy during this whole COVID-19 pandemic that we're going through, or should I just hold off? I'm going to ask you that question, and I'm also going to give you my answer, because on the loan perspective side, I want to give you my answer. You tell me on the real estate side, what do you think?
Well, in certain cities of the Bay Area, I have seen less offers per home. So ideally, competition for first-time buyers to get into a home is a lot easier now than it was 2 months ago. Interest rates in the last 5 years right now are the lowest that I've ever seen. So that's also another good thing for a home buyer who's looking to buy a house. There are also down payment programs that require low down for those who don't have the 10 to 20%. So ideally, it's a good time for buyers to buy right now.
Absolutely. And I definitely agree with you on that. And, I always tell my buyers that are kind of on the fence, I always tell them, listen, if you are a person that is going to get financing on a home, other known as you're not paying cash, you really want to pay attention to what the rates are doing, because the rates are really going to control what your payment's like. If you were to tell me that you're a cash buyer, I'd say, you know what? You have the ball's in your court. You have the leverage. You can do whatever you want to do. You want to hold off and buy something in 6 months or a year, or you want to buy something now at a great deal. It's totally, you're in control of that. As far as a person that's coming with financing, you got to really monitor what's going on with these rates. And like you said, these rates are phenomenal now. I mean, I've been quoting rates in the high twos and the mid twos, especially on for somebody that wants to be aggressive and wants to get into a 15-year fixed. For crying out loud, they were in the mid twos yesterday when I was quoting them to somebody. So we haven't seen that in forever. I haven't seen those rates like that. So for a first-time home buyer to come in and maybe get that FHA loan and get an FHA loan at a 2.875 or 2.75 rate at a upper 2% rate, that's a phenomenal rate to get into your first home. So yeah, I'm going to tell you, this is a great time to buy because the rates are awesome. And if you wait, another, 6 months, for whatever amount of months, and if the rates change and they go from 3% to 5%, that, let's say $400,000 loan, it's going to jump your payment about $400. And Aurora, you tell me, is that going to take a lot of people out of the equation on buying if their payment jumps about $400?
Definitely, you'll take them down about $50,000 in purchase price.
There you go. So yeah, asking a professional like Aurora and asking me as a lender definitely is a great time to buy, especially if you're financing your next home. So highly recommend it. As far as now on the opposite side, we get a lot of sellers that come to us. Hey, is this a great time to sell? What's going to happen in the market, especially with what's happening with COVID-19? So tell me, Aurora, what do you think? You're the professional on the selling side, representing a lot of people that want to sell their homes. What would you tell a seller?
As a seller, it's a good time to buy because everyone who's actually looking at your home is well qualified with a lender. Some listing agents in the last few weeks have required me to provide them with a loan approval letter to view any owner-occupied property. They're serious buyers right now. So as a seller, you're not going to get the looky-loos that would attend the open houses and casually be looking. Everyone who's looking right now has to move for one reason or another. Some sellers are waiting for the shelter in place to be lifted or in the fall, but definitely if you're waiting for the fall, there will be more competition among sellers since more people are thinking to go on the market at that time.
And I think we both have noticed that this summer, usually you tell me, the buying market, when does it usually start in the summertime?
Well, our busiest months are from March to June.
There you go.
Usually June and July and August, they're going on vacation. But again, with the pandemic, there has been definitely changes in the market. And also some sellers have been hesitant to go on the market.
Right. So we've this year specifically, we've seen a delay in that summer rush of buying and selling. Would that be a correct statement to make?
Yes, it would be a correct statement.
Okay. So right now, if you have a seller that's on the fence, and we're in May right now, I mean, you would think that this would be a great time because now we're actually starting to see a bigger move towards activity, especially now that there's more, more states are opening up, specifically California. We are going to see that open up a lot more in different phases. So you want to be at the forefront of that, correct?
Definitely, I do agree with you.
Yeah. So, I mean, all these things, coming from questions that we get from buyers and sellers is definitely great, excellent feedback from you, Aurora. And, I really hope that this was a highly informative session for everyone. And, on this segment of Real Loan Experts, we always strive to bring on guests that are professionally exceptional in the real estate and loan industry. And that's why today we brought on our guest, Aurora, which is an exceptional realtor in the Bay Area. Highly recommend for anybody that has any need in the Bay Area to contact Aurora. Aurora, what would be a good contact information or number that you can? How do you prefer to get contacted for somebody coming to you?
The easiest way to get a hold of me, you can text me or call me at 510-734-0999.
Awesome. And do you have an email that you'd like to share too?
It's aurora.betancourt2012@gmail.com.
Awesome. And you'll see that on your screen as well. So that way it's very convenient for you, for anybody watching this today. So Aurora, I really want to say I appreciate your time for being a guest on the Real Loan Experts Show. And for everyone else out there, I thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, for myself, Ray Warda, and Aurora Betancourt, we say stay safe, stay healthy, my friends, and have an awesome day. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you.